What do you know about the Gunners?
Dialogue. It's
Gunners are just raiders with better armor.
It's a little more than just better armor, but I like your spirit. No one's really sure where the Gunners started out, but something changed about 8 or 9 years ago. Out of nowhere, they started sporting plasma weapons, advanced combat gear, and even vertibirds. Doesn't make any sense. Where did they get all that stuff from?
That's a good question. I guess... I don't know.
People bitch about the Institute, but look at what's really been going on. Quincy, GNN, Mass Bay Medical, Mass Fusion, 2 vaults, and all the major freeways. It's the Gunners, not the Institute, who've been gaining the most ground in the Commonwealth.
How much of a threat are they?
No one invests the resources to capture those strategic locations without a log. Someone's at this.
Is there a reason that you're...
You mean besides the fact that we just got ambushed here in Concord? There needs to be a group to stand up to these assholes. Someone strong, organized, and local. And I'm not talking about the Minutemen. I mean someone with real stones.
So, what did you have in mind?
Ultimately, you gotta ask yourself who you want protecting things. A bunch of Muppets who can't defend what's theirs, or hardened killers who can handle themselves.
Well, I hadn't thought of it that way.
Uncertainty is sometimes better if you... So...
Settlers can't instill that kind of fear. Whether it's against raiders, synths, mercs, super mutants, or even mole rats. They've proven time and again that they're incapable of deterring threats to their property over the long term. The Minutemen worked for a while, but they ended up self-destructing.
What happened to the Minutemen?
Depends who you ask. The challenge with running a militia is that volunteers inevitably have their own agendas. For a coalition to last, there needs to be a chain of command where members don't feel too constrained by your influence.
But still fear you enough.
Maintaining morale requires convincing soldiers to think less about themselves and more about the group. Involve them in a cause, a crusade against a hated enemy, and make them see their survival as tied to the success of the militia as a whole.
Of course, it's easier said than done.
Somewhere along the way, we lost that sense of common purpose. Infighting took over, and the militia gradually splintered into different groups. Some became raiders or joined the Gunners. Others just disappeared. Quincy was the final blow, and now we're back at square one.
Jesus, what a mouthful. What's the plan again?
Whether it's the Gunners, the Institute, or who knows what other groups are out there, they're too powerful to take on directly. So we've got to use our weaknesses as strengths.
If your enemy is big and you're...
So we break our forces into independent cells who can operate elusively and autonomously, fighting only the battles we know we can win, capturing the enemy's weapons and gear along the way.
And using those tools against them. That way.
Makes sense, I suppose.
What's our next move?
The Gunners are calculated and cautious. It's gonna take them a while to figure out what just happened, which provides us an opening. The critical elements in any campaign are speed and adaptability, making decisions faster than the enemy can.
Striking first, before the Gunners have time to assess and formulate a response, may throw them off balance. Their nearest outpost is up on the freeway, southeast of Walden Pond. That's likely where the attack came from. The freeway wasn't particularly well guarded to begin with. Probably even less so after the raid.
I want you to head over there, take out their remaining guards, and steal their weapons, so we can fortify our presence here in Concord. Prove to me you can handle that task, and I'll have a larger project for you when you return.
And if you want both,
Right.
we'll mark the location.
Attention all Vault-Tec personnel. A reactor failure is imminent in the Vault 111 government zone. Immediate action is required.
Come out and fix it, scallywag! Shit! Well,
Reactor
Lisa.
failure is imminent in the Vault 111 government zone. Immediate action is required. Multiple lives are at risk. This message will repeat.
Some kerfuffle this is! Repose! Rip it! What's all this then?
Glad that's it.
Hello? Mr. Cuff, do we?
Hey, good to see you again. I was hoping I should have listened to my... I think we could...
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I lived here.
Damn. You said you...
I don't want to talk about it.
No worries. We've all... Anyway, I am glad you're here.
Uh-huh. Right. Mm-hmm.
And I hope you don't mind. I've had word...
Uh-huh.
The only chance
Uh-huh.
trouble is...
I'd be glad to help.
That's fantastic.
Mhm.
By the way... Sure.
Sanctuary. I knew you'd join us here, kid. Your energy is tied to this place.
Sturgis,
You willing to do some work?
I'd be glad to help. Just
Well, for starters, just make sure there's a workbench over there.
Mama Murphy, can we talk?
I know what you're gonna ask me, Joan. I've seen it. And there's nothing I can do for you.
But You have the sight. It has to be able to...
You can't talk to the dead, kid. Even the sight has its place. I'm sorry.
Hey, do you have a moment? I wanted to thank you.
You're tied to this place, kid. Your energy.
Some days... They're harder than
Deathlaw
others.
and Concord was bad news,
But
huh,
even
Mom?
the hard days...
Hey,
get easier
Sturgis.
than the
I
ones
like
before.
it. Having a place to sleep will improve what we need now.
I'm on it. Let's trade some things.
I'm sorry. I wouldn't be very good company right now.
Well, I did what I could for now, so... some Terraria now.